Hey everyone, welcome to All About the Joy. This is Culture and Consequence with Carmen and Andrea. Thank you for helping me during that little technical snafu. So I have to tell you, I've had a bad week. And I think listening to politics when you're already in a bad space I know this sounds like duh, but it's even worse.
Yes. Yeah.
Cause you go down that like sadness, like I don't need to hear politics every day, but you can't even get away from it.
Right.
I was driving in my car to an appointment. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put on the radio. Cause usually I have on the same CD over and over and over again. For the past 20 years, it's the same CD in my car. I bet you can't guess it, but if Juliana was here, she would know. It's a George Michael CD.
I was going to say, I know it's George Michael.
No, it's George Michael. And so I was like, I'm just going to listen to the radio. And so I put on the radio and there was a good jam on or whatever, right? It was like old school, whatever, blah, blah. And then the minute the song ends, because I came in halfway, they were saying something about Trump and I'm like, this is what you can't, it's not a political show, but it's like, you can't get away from it. You just can't.
Yep. He has to insert himself in everything, and then everyone complies, and makes sure that we all know every single ridiculous movie he's making.
Yeah, I think he's a horrible human being, but I wanted to see what you thought about Tucker Carlson. Such bullshit. So for those of you who don't know
Tucker, I mean, I remember Tucker from like the CNN Crossfire days with his little bullet hat.
Oh my God. I hated him then.
Yep. I hated him then. Hate him now. I mean, look,
but wait, you should tell people what he's done, because some people may not know. I don't know how they wouldn't know, but.
Well, apparently he really, really, really regrets his 3 votes for Donald Trump. So sorry for it, and just really regrets it and feels really badly about it, I guess.
Yeah.
So he does.
Andrea, I believe him. Wait, let me try that again. Wait. I believe Tucker Carlson. Wait. I'm a good actress.
Well, I was going to say, you can do better than that, girl. Come on.
Okay, all right. Andrea, I believe Tucker Carlson. And wait, we put it on. And I believe Megyn Kelly. And I believe Candace Owens. I can't do it. I can't do it.
You ain't that good, girl.
I ain't that good. Well, only Meryl Streep could pull that shit off, or Viola Davis. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why I'm not acting. I'm good, but I'm not that good. Some shit is just bullshit, man. Like, wow.
The rift is deep and wide. Let's put it that way. It's.
Well, he's doing it. Why? I mean, what's your thought process? I think it's everyone's thought process.
Because they see the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
Right. So other, people who, Lindsey Graham, if we elect him, we will be destroyed and we will deserve it. Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So this is when, like, many of us, myself included, thought there's no fucking way this mofo is ever going to get elected. All of us thought that across the board.
Absolutely.
Right. And so that's the camp they were in, right? They're like, no, definitely not. Then when he got elected, lo and behold, there was a flip. They are 100% behind him. It's, they were espousing all of his beliefs, supporting him, all of this kind of thing. I think Candace Owen, I don't know if she had an actual role in his administration or whatever, but she was, sort of working in concert with him.
Well, I'm sorry, Andrea, you're confused. She is a Black woman. So that was all she needed to be, was a token Black woman.
Didn't Omarosa remember her?
Yeah, Omarosa. What happened to her? Yeah, of course.
I think she had an actual role and then got fired. Just like
right.
Anyway, so they have all been lockstep with this man for over a decade now, really, at this point. And now that things are really beginning to go south. And this is something I think is, like, we do need to point this out. I don't know about Candace Owen necessarily, but I know that Tucker Carlson and Megyn Kelly are pretty smart people, right? They're not, I'm just saying, like, they're not total idiots like some of these people.
Wait, I love that because I didn't know where you were going with the Candace Owen thing, but so on point. Go ahead. Like,
I just don't know enough about her. She may, I just don't know.
Yeah, it's all good.
But so my point is that, as I said, they see the writing on the wall more so than Trump himself, more so than a lot of the sort of cultists that are like never going to let him go. They see things are tanking for this person. They see, God's willing, that the Republicans are going to get absolutely pummeled in November. And they are being strategic and setting themselves up to be the conservative voices, the conservative option that a lot of these folks turn to when, Trump is essentially over and can't get anything done.
Well, I'm also going to say something else that I actually think is even more disgusting is I think Tucker Carlson thinks he's going to run for president. I know, but it's just, you know what I mean? Because look at it. He's going to do the whole, like, look at, I saw real corruption on both sides. You know what I mean? He's going to be I'm the alternative. Because J.D. Vance is, even the Trumper, I mean, he's not polling at all. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he's such a wishy-washy guy. They all are. But I think Tucker Carlson is even more horrible of a human being, if you can even say it that way, because it's so, is the word nefarious? I'm using words I don't really know, but it's like, there's an evil intent to it. And it's because he thinks it's not just about the money. It's about the power. Yeah. He thinks he's going to be able to wield, like, especially if he can become a presidential candidate. And it's disgusting on so many. First of all, let me just be very clear to people. And when I say people, I mean Trump supporters or people who used to support Trump. Tucker Carlson is not capable of being president of the United States. Like, we have to get back to a place to understand that most people in the cabinet right now and Donald Trump are not capable of running a country. And here's your clue. I mean, there's so many, but here's a good one.
Fill us in, girl.
If you have bankrupt many companies throughout your life, you probably cannot run a company in general. I'm sorry. If you are a talk show host, you can't run a business. I'm sorry. I know I'm being mean.
Or a Defense Department.
That's what I'm trying to say. You are not capable of doing these things. Like, we have to get back to a place where people who are running in politics actually have some wherewithal, some information, some ability. Now, I know they were ragging on AOC about being a bartender and becoming, no, that's not the same thing. She got a shot. She got reelected. She has proven her worth. And that is citizenship. That's us being the people being elected. That's a different thing. I'm saying you cannot become someone in office when you have no actual, what's the word? Oh, experience, except that you're a talk show host.
Yeah.
I will bet on a regular person becoming part of any administration, like an AOC, every day of the week and twice on Sunday. A bartender
has far more life experience, work experience, understanding and dealing with people than a Fox talk show host.
But here's the thing too. She ran for Congress in her district. She wasn't appointed head of the Defense Department. Yeah. Or head of the FBI motherfucking I.
Climbing up and getting experience along the way.
And getting reelected. Like, there's a difference. We didn't make her fucking president. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm trying to say. It's like this weird thing where celebrity has so much more power over us than it ever should be.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And I love Hollywood. But you know what? I love Meryl Streep. and Viola Davis. I don't want them to be the president of the United States.
Remember, that was a minute where I can't remember what year it was, but people were talking about Oprah. And I was like,
oh my God.
No.
But you know what? Oprah was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. Like, she's not that stupid. You know what I mean?
And she would actually be better than what we have. Let's be clear about that. But
right,
definitely not the person we want.
And still, I'm going to give her some props because she does run an empire. Right? She has built a business from nothing. I don't think she has any bankruptcies.
Yeah, never went bankrupt to my knowledge.
I don't think she was at the Epstein file thing or Epstein Island. I don't know.
Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil, though. So
well, I know, but people keep blaming her for that. I don't think that's fair because if you're going to blame her for that, then you have to go down the list of all the things she did that were great.
Yeah,
those we cannot be holding women accountable for men's dumbassery.
I'm just saying, like, we can't.
Okay, wait. That would be the worst thing about her.
Yes.
Like, people would be pissed about that, and there's a defense for it. It wouldn't be, why did she own a teenage pageantry? Why did she say grab them by the balls? Like we wouldn't be talking about this other crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why did she say she would date her own son? Like, we wouldn't have these ridiculous other things that are blatant.
Right. Why is she not paying the people who do work for her?
Why did she write that whole letter about Timothy McVeigh, Central Park 5? Why did she? Like, there wouldn't be all of this other bullshittery behind it. So I'd still be for Oprah over any of these motherfuckers that are in office.
Yeah. Or trying to be.
Oh my God. And honestly, here's the other thing. The reason why these people are not competent is the minute they're accused of something, they act like children. I didn't do it. It's not there. Kash Patel was like, the press conference yesterday, whatever it was. I was like, dude, you did do it. You were drunk and shit. You drunk right now, huh?
Seriously. Like, I was like, somebody get this man a breathalyzer.
So crazy. Give him a breathalyzer. I know he gets they get him and Pete Hegseth. They get so wound up about being, honey, you're in the public eye. What part of this is new to you? Like, you're going to get, destroyed day after day. It's how you react to it that matters, and they just have no maturity at all. And they're such pathetic little men. And I'm not even trying to diss them. I'm like, they're not like men. No. They're like cosplaying as men, which is weird.
Absolute, complete, and total fucking losers. They really are. And, I don't know about Kash, but certainly Hegseth thinks he's in the white supremacist variety and thinks that he is supreme. But somewhere deep inside there, he knows he's a fucking loser.
Wait,
and
my
that's
favorite.
Why he's so miserable and so hateful.
My favorite is him quoting the Bible the other day. The Bible of Quentin Tarantino. I was like, now here's the thing. Let me just be honest with people. I went to 12 years of Catholic school. And in college, we took a class which was science and religion. And we read the Bible as a piece of literature. And then we had people come in, priests and pastors and reverends or whatever. And we would talk about that along with the science people, right? The professors. It was a great thing to read the Bible. And we didn't read the whole thing, of course, we could not. But we read it. And I'm saying all this because I kind of know my Bible. I'm not going to sit here and spew out Psalms and shit. I can't do that with Shakespeare either. But, so when I first heard it, I was like, that I don't know this one. I was like, but I was like, I don't know. And then when it came out, I fucking, Andrea, it's one of those things, when you have a belly laugh that you can't. I just want to say thank you to Pete Hegseth because I was having a badass day and I was dying.
Oh, God.
Whoever gave him that quote, heroes, not all of you wear capes, baby. That was good. Because someone gave it to him, right? And he thought that was like an actual Bible. Beautiful. I love this shit. All right. Okay. We're being mean, but I kind of love it.
I didn't have a bad week, but I had a bad day yesterday. So I was like, I woke up, I went to sleep last night. I was like, okay, like it's got to be better tomorrow. And I woke up and had stress dreams all night, and I was like still aggro, and I was like, okay, well, I guess this is how it's going to be today. I'm going to be especially mean.
Why did you have a bad day yesterday?
It was one of those days that was like minor irritation after minor irritation all day long. And like truly, like right up until I went to bed, and I like bumped my knee on the nightstand. It was like, I am one stub toe away from going postal on everybody. Like, I am losing my mind today.
Yesterday, for me, everything I did was wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I just could not get, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna do nothing, and I'm gonna take a minute. And then like something fell in the kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yes. Something was, not to be all California, but like the vibes were not right yesterday. That's for sure.
That's right. Okay, good. I feel better though. I felt better this morning, but let's talk about some good stuff. First of all, I want to say Virginia. Come on now. Woo, Virginia. Yes. So Virginia, you know what? Can we back up for a moment? Texas started this shit. Right? Texas did not go to its people and say, let's consider the possibility that we should redistrict so that we can have more Republicans in office. That's not what they did. What is that guy's name? That governor of motherfucker Abbott? That's his name. See, I had to say motherfucker before it to get it right. Abbott turned around, and as he's, kissing Trump's ass, Trump told him or asked him to do it. And then he turned around and said, yes, we're just going to change the maps so that we can cheat. That is called cheating, because normally when we redistrict as a country, it's after the census, and the census is done every 10 years. Is it 10 years?
It is, yes.
Every 10 years we do a census where we count how many people live in the country. And based on that, we then redistrict our state so that it is honorable and honest, and right. That is usually how we do it. We do it a little bit differently here in California now, because it should be the same way in every state, but I don't think many states do it the way we do it. But it's a whole other thing that we let the people do the lines, not the government, not the state. That's the difference in California. Anyways.
There are a handful of states that do it that way, actually.
Oh, there are a handful of states. Okay. Well, I think the whole country should do it that way, where it's the people do the lines, not the government, not the state. Right. But that's okay, because we do the census, whatever. And what Abbott did was he turned around and he just redrew the lines so that you would have more Republican seats in Congress. That is called cheating. That is cheating. Californians did not want to do this, but Governor Newsom was like, we have to fight fire with fire. And he said, you know what? I'm not, as governor, just going to redraw the lines. I'm going to ask the people if they want to do it. And we voted yes. And Virginia just did the same thing. So proud of them. Yep. So I just wanted to explain to people. Now, I know that they've brought it to court or something, right? Yeah, so a judge turned around and said that it cannot be, which is weird because the people decided, so.
Well, and even like I actually don't know exactly how it happened here. If we did like we
appealed it.
I can't remember exactly, but I know in Virginia, because I just read this, it has to pass their legislature 2 times. Right. Before it even goes to the vote. So not only did the people vote, but the legislature already voted for it twice.
Right. And there's no, look, I'm never going to say that something's never going to happen, but there's no way that the people are going to stand for that and not allow that to go through. So listen, Republicans, I say this with my full chest, like, you're cheating all the time. And it's so pathetic. Like Trump, if you're a real man and you think everybody loves you, whatever, why don't you let the people vote your ass in or your people in? He's afraid of getting, which is going to absolutely happen. Everyone is going to be fucking arrested. I can't wait for it. It's going to take a long time. But I cannot wait. Because Republicans are going to have a come to Jesus moment. I hope And with that, I hope, because this is not over. It's just the beginning. We're at the beginning of this. I want everyone who's listening to this, I don't care if there's only 3 people listening to our show, those 3 people need to do this. canivote.org. That's where you want to go. canivote.org. That is a website that's run by the National Association of Secretaries of State. Okay, so all of them. You go there, you put in where you live, you put in your zip code or whatever, and it will then bring you to your Secretary of State's office to see if you are registered to vote. So go there, make sure you can vote, make sure you're registered to vote. We are 60 days away from November. Can you imagine that? 60 days?
6 months, girl, not 60 days.
Wait, did I say? Okay, wait. 6 months, 6 months. We are 6 months away. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm like all fired up.
We're like, let's do this. Let's do it now.
Wait, people in Texas, you vote in 60 days. Right? I'm just kidding. That's wrong. I was wrong. 6 months. We are 6 months away. What I'm confusing is the fucking California race, which I don't want to talk about because
that's a whole other issue. But yeah,
I don't want to talk about it because I'm so stressed about it. I'm so stressed about it. But
I'm not stressed, but I'm like, just let's just get this over with, kids.
I know, but how are we gonna? We don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, we don't even get into that right now.
I know.
Yes, for November, I just want to add, Carmen gave you good information about how to check and make sure that you're registered. Even if you think you're registered, double check, make sure you are still registered. Give yourself time to figure that out. And figure out your plan for how you're going to vote.
Yes.
Because in some places, I do believe it's going to be very hard. I think there will be long lines. There may be some issues with a mail-in ballot or whatever. So, unfortunately, we don't have a national day off. It's not on a weekend. Figure out if you need to take some time off of work. Figure it out.
They're messing with the USPS, right? The United States Postal Service.
Yes.
Republicans are trying to cheat, not just because they want to win. This is just truth right now. I'm just telling you from my heart of hearts. It's because they don't want to go to jail.
Right.
Because, that really is what's happening and that's why you have to be on point. We have to come out as fiercely as, what was the country with Orban?
Turkey.
Came out. There's no question at all. And you need to vote. I don't care if your family has always voted blue, red or whatever, and you pro-life, and you don't be stupid. This is not about that anymore. None of those issues matter. They don't.
No purity test, kids. Let's get this done.
We need to just get all fucking Republicans out. We just have to. This administration is a mess. So what ends up happening for
even
people
the Republicans think so. Even Tucker Carlson thinks so.
I know, right? Even Joe Rogan believes it. Although Joe Rogan was back in the office with psychedelics. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right here? That's so opportunistic, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you don't believe in somebody and what they're doing, why would you then go and kiss their ass to get something else?
Because they don't believe in anything. There's no, that's just something he said. And then the next day he said something different. There's no cohesive moral compass.
Okay, so I was thinking about this, right? Because again, I know that you just want to slap people upside the head because they're Republicans or conservatives. I know. I, on the other hand, feel like some people, not all of them, have been duped. I know. 3 times is a long time to be duped. But just go with me. Just look it. I'm gonna be the kind one. You be the bitch one. Okay.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, good cop, bad cop. No. Okay. I was trying to think about this. Why were people so sucked in? Easily sucked in. And then, okay.
Because they're racist.
Okay. Yeah, I know. All right. So yes, racism, homophobia. I was thinking about this too. I was like, when did this whole thing come about? That because I had never heard of this. Where what are they? Who are these people? They go and they read to kids. Drag queens. Drag queens go and read to. I'm like, when did it become a thing? That because I never remembered weird. That's like, how did it start that drag queens reading to kids was some weird thing? So in 2015.
I would love that, by the way.
I would have loved that. But in 2015, trying to be inclusive, there was a writer, I forget her name. She wanted LGBTQ children that were raised by, other parents, wanted them to be more inclusive. So they invited, because of the theatrics of people who do drag as performance, to help kids read more, and also it totally makes sense. And so they started also reading stories that were written by LGBTQ artists. So that was in 2015. I'm like, that wasn't that long ago, but we've become this weird culture where drag, I was researching, were there any drag queen crimes in libraries that I'm unaware of? None. I'm getting to a point here. This is all spewed bullshittery because you hear children being harmed. It gets to your heartstrings. Same thing with, and by the way, transgender and drag queens,
Harmed
two different
by
things.
people reading to them? Like, where's the harm?
I know, but I was trying to see, was there an incident? I was like, there must have been an incident where a drag queen was reading in a library and harmed a child. None. Okay, then there was another
book
thing
on their head. I don't know.
I'm just saying. So then I was like, there must have been a crime or an incident where somebody who was transgendered was in a bathroom and did something, because that's the whole hoopla of people freaking out about people who are transgender using the bathroom. None. There's nothing. There are crimes of people doing things in bathrooms, right? I can think of George Michael as one. I love George Michael. Everyone knows I love George Michael, but he got busted because he was propositioning some other guy who happened to be a cop and then got freaked out or whatever, right? But I'm just saying, like, there has never been a transgender crime that is a transgender crime in a bathroom, but it gets to your heartstrings. It gets to your, do you know what I mean? It gets to your, not mine and yours. I'm talking about the people who freak out about people who are not like them, Yeah.
I have no patience for that shit. Like,
I know you don't.
It's to your heartstrings if you're homophobic.
But that's what I'm saying. If you have issues with racism, or you have issues with being homophobic, or you're against trans people because you don't know enough about it, people hear that word, Andrea, and they just freak out and turn off, right? Yeah. What I'm trying to say to people is, if that word bothers you, that's a you problem. That's because you haven't done the work you need to do to understand. Why don't you know? You guys use interchangeably transgender and drag queens interchangeably because you don't know what the difference. That's why I'm doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
You don't know what the difference is. You're confused. You don't know the difference between sex and gender. It's true.
Yeah.
And when you hear racism, all you think about is me, 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 me. And I'm not talking about me, Carmen. I'm saying you think about, I can't believe, you get all defensive and upset. And it's like, why would you, if somebody called me a bigot, if somebody said, Carmen, you're a bigot, it wouldn't freak me the fuck out at all.
So, look, I'm a white middle-aged lady living in the suburbs, and if someone called me a racist, I'd be like, yeah, not so much.
Would you even waste your energy?
Yeah, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Right? Like, I wouldn't get upset about it because I know who I am and what I'm about.
Wait, more importantly, you know what it means to be racist.
I know what it means to be racist. And so that, to your point, like, yes, if someone is saying that to you and you're so freaked out and angry about it, that you're triggered.
You're triggered.
For a reason.
You're triggered for a reason. And it goes back to that idea, like, why not start embracing the idea that what you've been doing isn't working? You voted for the wrong person because you believed the bullshittery of what you were being told over and over and over again. And if you get cringed out because you hear words that you don't understand or you think you know them, then why not do the work to learn what they mean? I cannot tell you how many times I've had a conversation with somebody and they're like talking about somebody being transgender, but they're confusing sex. Like just,
Yeah.
and then they get mad. What?
Or just drag, right? Like, oh, they're trans. Like,
no.
They just like Christy Nolan's husband. They just
No, you did not. Yeah. So maybe look at drag is about a performance. Oh my God. I am so glad I grew up the way I did. I'm so glad I grew up the way I did because I grew up in the club, you know, in all the clubs, going clubbing at night or whatever. And like the theatrics of beautiful, wonderful people who can dance. And like I would dance during the day with people, right? We would do our actual stuffage. And then at night we'd go to the clubs. And at night at the clubs, we'd have all types, right? There would be the Chippendale dancers who 95% of them are gay ladies. So sorry,
right.
But it's kind of the same idea. And then you'd have these wonderful people go up and do drag and they would just be amazing, you know? And it's like, I feel blessed and grateful every day that I grew up the way I did because I don't understand what the anger and hatred is towards people who are not like me.
I obviously I don't know the full answer, but I do believe I've definitely starting to solidify in this belief that these are like deeply miserable people who just cannot understand or allow joy in other people, and so they push out their misery.
They project, yeah. And I think if you really believe. Like, look, I'm going to go all over the place here, right? Because why not? But like, if you believe in your religiosity, if you believe in your Christianity, if you believe in the God you believe in, then don't you think that's between them and God? Like, you know, like I never understood that part too. Like if they're sinning and doing all this stuff, then won't you just let the Lord deal with that? Why do you have to be a nasty motherfucker? I don't understand how that works.
It's above me, right? Remember that? It's above me. Like, why can't you just let it go and be above you?
Yeah, just move through it, you know, like just what is the big deal? And the irony of ironies is, you know, if most of you probably know or don't know somebody who's transgender, right? But if you do meet someone who's transgender, you're never going to know. Like you're never going to know unless they tell you. Like it's not something that I don't know. I feel bad because I think I want to find excuses for why people voted for Trump because I want to believe in the best in people. And with that said, I know Andrea's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. But I
people.
What?
I said, fuck them people.
I don't because I want to believe in the best. You know, I feel like there are ways in which
I want to believe in the best too, but I have to accept reality, which is like these people are not bringing their best.
Okay, but they're changing now. I know it's late, and I know I'm not talking about Tucker Carlson. I'm talking about regular folk. I'm talking about regular people who are now out of cult mode. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it took to. I do think this was a cult. I do. I don't know enough about cults, but some of the people that were voting for him and supporting him, I really could not wrap my head around it. I'm just talking about regular people I know. And you know who I'm talking about because we know the same people.
Yeah.
Like, I know, okay, I'm going to say this. Somebody who I used to work with, and I say used to for a reason, Asian, married to a white woman with mixed kids, voted for Trump. And I was like, this is someone I used to hang out with. I was like, what? I had to like dismiss him off of all my social media because I was like, you don't even. So somebody who made really good money too, not ultra wealthy or whatever, but you know, stunning. Still don't understand it to this day. And now is coming around.
I mean, it's well established that you're a better person than me. Like, I have no place in my heart for forgiveness for that shit.
I didn't say nothing about forgiveness.
I know, but like, I don't want to understand you. I don't. Deal with your shit and go vote the right way. I don't want to hear from you. I just don't. Like, I just don't.
I don't need to hear from you either. Look at how many
people you fucked over.
Right.
Look at how many people literally have died and are still dying because you wanted some tax breaks or whatever the fuck. Like, no, I don't have anything in my heart for that.
Okay, and I didn't say anything about forgiveness.
I know.
I didn't say anything about forgiveness, but I do think there's something that we need to grapple with because it'll happen again. It will happen again if we do not become smarter as a people. You know, like I would love to be able to dismiss all of these people and put them on an island somewhere, but that's not how it works, you know?
I think the thing we need to grapple with is making our norms laws, right? Like people need to be punished, as you were talking about. People need to go to jail for what they have done and are now doing right now. That is for me, like that's, and God knows, you know, I am not Miss Crime and Punishment, right? Like that to me
weird to
is
hear
the way
you. Weird to hear
to
you.
begin to deal with it. I am I'll just put it this way. I personally am more interested in that than I am in trying to understand why they did this or how to bring them around.
Andrea, but here's the problem with your thought process, okay? I'm just going to say this.
Do tell, Carmen.
I'm going to tell you, okay? We put January 6ers in prison. They were in prison. Mm-hmm. And then because we didn't deal with the real problem, they ended up all getting out. And a lot of them reoffending again, by the way, right? Like, so jail and putting people away isn't the only way.
I'm not talking about like the lower level people. I'm talking about the people who have caused this. And as I said, we turn what were our norms into actual laws, like actually put some teeth behind some of the things that we all thought were the way things function. Like it's not just people need to go to jail. There is a multi-pronged like legal effort that I'm talking about. I know,
but we tried that, right? We impeached him the first time. He didn't go to jail because Republicans kept him in office. Right? Like, I hear you. I think we're both talking about the same thing. I'm just saying there's more than one approach. There's your approach, which is valid.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
We got to do the other work too. And the other work is trying to get people to understand why they did what they did.
Okay. Well, that's going to be your work, and my work is going to be the other thing. Because I am not interested in having those conversations with those people. I'll tell you that right now.
All right. So this will be the last show of Cultural Consequence. We are done. Now, look, I hear you. I think it's real. Can I just say it's really interesting? Because usually I'm the capital punishment person. Isn't it true? Like,
it is. It is. And I'm like, roll out the guillotines, bitches. Let's go.
Yeah. Like the reason why I used to, no more, but I used to say I was a conservative Democrat is because I actually don't have a problem with capital punishment. I do have a problem with the justice system, right? That's where, and this is where I have fights with liberal people all the time. But it's just weird because I've never heard you talk the way. Yeah, you're angry. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you're not going to
white middle-aged lady rage over here.
So what is it that you think people need to do, just to be clear, in order to get, I mean, I don't know. I know you well enough. You're never going to let it go. But what can people do to prove? Yeah. I just want to say Richard died and the anniversary was April 22nd, right?
Oh my God. It was yesterday then, right?
Yeah. 2012.
Richard is haunting me. That's what it is. That's what yesterday was. Ooh.
It was. So for people who don't know, we'll just say it really quickly. I had a surprise birthday party. I knew nothing about it. Nothing. My best friend at the time, one of my best friends, Richard Johnson, may he rest in peace, had a surprise birthday party for me, and he invited everyone. But somehow, depends on who you talk to, Andrea was not invited. I think
motherfucker invited my roommate, my former roommate, who wasn't even friends with Carmen, really. I didn't even know about, wasn't even just like I wasn't invited. I didn't know till after the fact.
Oh my God. I honestly
never letting it go. Never.
I know. And here's the thing. He died in 2012. Like, so the other day, wait, I think this is really funny. So the other day I said, For my birthday next year, I was thinking I would do something special because I haven't seen a whole bunch of my friends because we're all scattered all over the world, right? So I was thinking like maybe I would try to do trips and Andrea, what did you say? Because it was incredible.
I think I said something like, "Are you going to have a dinner and not invite me?"
No. What you said was, "Do you want me to have a surprise party for you and only invite some friends?"
That's not what I said.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Anyway,
totally
something like that.
It was something like that.
Something like that.
I was like, anyways. So all I'm saying is that you do not let things go.
I don't. That's correct. Yeah. I have a long memory for these kinds of things.
No. And I think I'm not sitting here pretending that I'm forgiving anyone. I think that at some point people have just got to behave differently. And what that means is change the way in which you have done things in the past. Right now, it just means vote for Democrats. It doesn't matter. Just vote for Democrats up and down, no matter what. That's what has to happen. And that's not what I want to say. Of all the people, I would never be that person who says that because I have always prided myself on being an independent. I'm an independent now. But I've always been somebody that could vote across the aisle. Not that I ever did for president. I can't lie about that. I've never have.
I've never voted for Republican in my life for anything.
I have. But I have never voted. I mean, I think even when it was, what's his name? The Heinz guy. I always call him the Heinz guy from Boston.
Kerry,
I think I remember his name. What's his name?
John Kerry.
It was so hard to vote for him. I remember.
It felt like such a waste.
Yeah.
I'll say
it
that.
Really felt
I was like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll vote for him, but I already know how this is going.
Yeah. But I wish we lived in the world where we could actually look at people for who they are and not their party and blah, blah, blah. But we are not there now. This is about voting for corruption, continued corruption, or trying to get our norms back in place. And right now, the Democrats are the only ones who are trying to do that, and I would say across the board, everywhere, like not just in California. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, California. Okay, we have to talk about that offline because I need some insight or whatever. But all right, that's all I have. I do have a list of other things, but we can talk about this next week. But I think that was enough for today. You showing your hardcore self. Seriously, things have flipped.
Well, okay, truly, I still am anti-capital punishment, but, I guess I can make some exceptions.
You know what? Here's the thing. I would be anti-capital punishment, but I think about, if you hurt a child, if Epstein was alive today, I'd be fine having him killed. Right? If the evidence was proven, blah, blah. What I have a problem with is our justice system. And if our justice system was on point, there'd be no need for capital punishment. It would be rare.
I mean, I have several reasons why I am anti-capital punishment, but
because you're religious? Because you're religious?
Yeah.
Just go ahead.
Yeah. The Pope says no. Yeah. But I honestly, I think for some of these people who are truly evil, that's letting them off easy. Let them rot in prison, I
don't know. I think it depends if you are the victim of that crime.
Yeah. That's one of my other things. I just feel like I don't think the state should be taking people's lives. And I think there's, the emotion of it, right? And then you need sort of the cold, hard law of it. You need the state to be sort of a neutral actor.
Charles Manson should have been killed a long time ago. There was no need for him to live on my tax dollars for as long as he did. I mean, look, this is the discrepancy, But I think where we both can agree, first of all, I think it should be a rare thing. That's the other part of it. It should be a rare thing, not something we do in every state on a yearly basis or whatever. But our justice system is the fucked up part about it because there are so many people that were put on death row and should not have been on death row. Do you know what I mean?
And honestly, for these folks, my preference would be put them in prison for life. I think, I truly think that would actually feel better to me than, sort of the cathartic off
Yeah.
with their head.
Again, this is one of those things where it's like, we're just going to agree to disagree, because I think if you are the victim of that crime, if it's your child who's been raped and killed, if it's, you know what I mean? Whatever it is,
Right.
To have to live with that, knowing that somebody's, I don't know. I'm not against it, because I feel like we do worse things as human beings. And we do worse things as human beings. I'm going to leave it at that. We can talk about it next time. But I feel like capital punishment isn't the worst thing we do as human beings. I actually don't. Ending a life is not the worst thing you can do as a human being.
I don't disagree with you. I just
really?
The state shouldn't be in the business of murdering people.
So if you want the federal government to be in charge of that, I totally agree with you. No, I'm just kidding. I hear you. It's, again, things have flipped. She's the Christian one now. Right? Because what I'm saying goes against every the religion I grew up in. But yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. Yeah. I honestly believe we wouldn't have capital punishment if our justice system was on point. See, that's the whole problem, is that our justice system is a mess, and we don't help people when they're in prison. So when people are in prison, we don't help them become better people, because we don't want to spend any money on them. Right? We don't want to do anything to rehabilitate anybody. So they go back on the streets. You have kids who are in prison for bullshit shit, right? Go back to racism, go back to whatever you want. They end up becoming part of the system. We end up creating the criminals that then we're pissed about.
Yep.
So there are so many layers to this.
They learn how to crime better in prison.
Well, because and then when we let people out of prison, we don't do anything to help them reestablish and reintegrate back into society. Yep. So look, I actually don't think we're that far off on this. I honestly believe if capital punishment was done correctly, we'd rarely have it. It would actually act as a deterrent. You know what I mean? It would actually, but we have so many other issues to fix and problems within our justice system. The fact that we can let a man do what he has done, be impeached over and over and over again, and have crimes and become president of the United States tells you that our justice system is fucked up.
Yep.
And so with that, remember, at the end of the day, it really is all about the joy. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for stopping by All About the Joy. Be better and stay beautiful, folks. Have a sweet day.